Have you met us yet? We are Migrate World, offering a wide range of services ranging from citizenship and residency by investment to company formation and more. Allow us to explain. If you're seeking residency or a second citizenship and passport, you come to us. Through investment, we help you obtain citizenship or residency, which not only aids you in visa-free travel and security, but also means ample opportunities and an overall better life. We offer citizenship and residency by investment programs in Cyprus, Malta, Bulgaria, Dominica, St. Kitts, Portugal, USA, UK, and Canada, just to name a few. With over 15 years of experience, we are renowned for exceeding expectations. We recognize that every client situation is unique and every solution is tailored as so. Have you met us yet? We are Migrate World, offering a wide range of services ranging from citizenship and residency by investment to company formation and more. Allow us to explain. If you're seeking residency or a second citizenship and passport, you come to us. Through investment, we help you obtain citizenship or residency, which not only aids you in visa-free travel and security, but also means ample opportunities and an overall better life. We offer citizenship and residency by investment programs in Cyprus, Malta, Bulgaria, Dominica, St. Kitts, Portugal, USA, UK, and Canada, just to name a few. With over 15 years of experience, we are renowned for exceeding expectations. We recognize that every client situation is unique and every solution is tailored as so. Have you met us yet? We are Migrate World, offering a wide range of services ranging from citizenship and residency by investment to company formation and more. Allow us to explain. If you're seeking residency or a second citizenship and passport, you come to us. Through investment, we help you obtain citizenship or residency, which not only aids you in visa-free travel and security, but also means ample opportunities and an overall better life. We offer citizenship and residency by investment programs in Cyprus, Malta, Bulgaria, Dominica, St. Kitts, Portugal, USA, UK, and Canada, just to name a few. With over 15 years of experience, we are renowned for exceeding expectations. We recognize that every client situation is unique and every solution is tailored as so. Have you met us yet? We are Migrate World, offering a wide range of services ranging from citizenship and residency by investment to company formation and more. Allow us to explain. If you're seeking residency or a second citizenship and passport, you come to us. Through investment, we help you obtain citizenship or residency, which not only aids you in visa-free travel and security, but also means ample opportunities and an overall better life. We offer citizenship and residency by investment programs in Cyprus, Malta, Bulgaria, Dominica, St. Kitts, Portugal, USA, UK, and Canada, just to name a few. With over 15 years of experience, we are renowned for exceeding expectations. We recognize that every client situation is unique and every solution is tailored as so. Have you met us yet? We are Migrate World, offering a wide range of services ranging from citizenship and residency by investment to company formation and more. Allow us to explain. If you're seeking residency or a second citizenship and passport, you come to us. Through investment, we help you obtain citizenship or residency, which not only aids you in visa-free travel and security, but also means ample opportunities and an overall better life. We offer citizenship and residency by investment programs in Cyprus, Malta, Bulgaria, Dominica, St. Kitts, Portugal, USA, UK, and Canada, just to name a few. With over 15 years of experience, we are renowned for exceeding expectations. We recognize that every client situation is unique and every solution is tailored as so.
Hello and good morning. Morning, Mo. Morning, Kunal. I was just thinking we could take another couple of minutes till more of the attendees come in, maybe 2 more minutes, and then we can start our program so that there are more people. We give them an opportunity to come in. Is that all right?
That's perfectly fine. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have you met us yet? We are Migrate World, offering a wide range of services ranging from citizenship and residency by investment to company formation and more. Allow us to explain. If you're seeking residency or a second citizenship and passport, you come to us. Through investment, we help you obtain citizenship or residency, which not only aids you in visa-free travel and security, but also means ample opportunities and an overall better life. We offer citizenship and residency by investment programs in Cyprus, Malta, Bulgaria, Dominica, St. Kitts, Portugal, USA, UK, and Canada, just to name a few. With over 15 years of experience, we are renowned for exceeding expectations. We recognize that every client situation is unique and every solution is tailored as so. Have you met us yet? We are Migrate World, offering a wide range of services ranging from citizenship and residency by investment to company formation and more. Allow us to explain. If you're seeking residency or a second citizenship and passport, you come to us. Through investment, we help you obtain citizenship or residency, which not only aids you in visa-free travel and security, but also means ample opportunities and an overall better life. We offer citizenship and residency by investment programs in Cyprus, Malta, Bulgaria, Dominica, St. Kitts, Portugal, USA, UK, and Canada, just to name a few. With over 15 years of experience, we are renowned for exceeding expectations. We recognize that every client situation is unique and every solution is tailored as so. Have you met us yet? We are Migrate World, offering a wide range of services ranging from citizenship and residency by investment to company formation and more. Allow us to explain. If you're seeking residency or a second citizenship and passport, you come to us. Through investment, we help you obtain citizenship or residency, which not only aids you in visa-free travel and security, but also means ample opportunities and an overall better life. We offer citizenship and residency by investment programs in Cyprus, Malta, Bulgaria, Dominica, St. Kitts, Portugal, USA, UK, and Canada, just to name a few. With over 15 years of experience, we are renowned for exceeding expectations. We recognize that every client situation is unique and every solution is tailored as so.
Hello and good morning, everyone. I see we have a truly pan-Indian presence in the participation today. And we at Migrate World are extremely pleased to have you all here on this session with us. A little about Migrate World. Migrate World was founded in 2007 by Mr. Mo Alhaj, who we are delighted to have with us here today. He would be addressing all the questions. Hi, Mo. Good to have you here.
Morning. Thank you.
Migrate World is headquartered in Dubai with offices and on-ground staff across the globe. In India, we have offices in Delhi and Mumbai with experienced senior consultants, again based out of Delhi, Mumbai, and Chennai. And these senior consultants, they specialize in making our clients' dreams a reality. Mr. Kunal Trivedi, our senior consultant based out of Mumbai, is here with us today and will lead the discussion into the programs. Hi, Kunal. Good to see you here.
Hi, thank you.
At Migrate World, our business is helping our clients become citizens of the world. And over the years, we've accumulated vast experiences by having helped hundreds of families become citizens of the world legally. We offer residency and citizenship by investment programs through financial contributions, purchase of property, or business investments. In addition, we also offer international real estate, company formation, legal and financial services. We, of course, take immense pride in our core strengths of integrity and trust, and look forward to forming strong relationships with all of you, as we have with all our clients and business partners globally. To move ahead today, we look forward to sharing some of our global permanent residency and citizenship by investment programs with special focus on Canada. I'm sure all of you will have a lot of questions before the end of this webinar, and we look forward to that. So please ask away. There is a question box on the panel for this purpose. Do mention your name, the name of your company, and the city you are from. And thank you once again for being here today. And over to you, Kunal.
Thank you, Shalini, for this introduction. Good morning, everybody. So we at Migrate World have been facilitating residency and citizenship programs for the last 15 years. We facilitate citizenship by investment programs where the investors get a direct citizenship and a passport in return of their investment in countries like St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, Dominica, Antigua and Barbuda, Grenada, Turkey, and Vanuatu. Then, we also facilitate residency by investment programs wherein the investor gets a residency in return of their investment in countries like USA, Canada, Portugal, Greece, and Bulgaria. Now, let me introduce you to the Caribbean citizenship programs, which includes countries like St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, Dominica, Antigua and Barbuda, and Grenada. All these programs follow a similar model, wherein the investors get a direct citizenship and a passport of the country that they invest in. The investment in these countries starts from 100,000 US dollars. These programs also come with a lot of benefits for the investors, such as they can get their passports within 3 to 6 months, which is a very short span of time. All these programs are family programs, which means the applicants or the investors can include their entire family in the single application, and they can include their spouses, their children, and their parents. Also, they can travel to more than 110 countries visa-free, which includes UK and the European Union also. They need not reside in that particular country in order to maintain their citizenships. They also need not visit the country for any application purposes. The entire application can be processed without leaving the home country, and the applicants can get the passport delivered to their address. All these programs are pretty straightforward and simple, and the applicants can get their passports without passing any language tests or interviews. All these programs follow the principle of apply first and then invest, which means that the investor makes an application first by submitting all his documents and paying the application fees or due diligence fees, and they wait for the approvals. Once they receive an approval from the government, then they invest the money in order to get their citizenship certificates and passports. The next program that I would like to introduce is the Vanuatu Citizenship Program. Vanuatu is an island country located in the South Pacific Ocean towards east of Australia. Vanuatu also offers a direct citizenship program with an investment of 100,000 US dollars. Vanuatu Citizenship Program is the quickest of all, and the investors can get their passports within 2 to 3 months. The process here is very simple and similar to that of the Caribbean programs, where the investors make an application first and then make the investment after the approval is received. Investors can get Vanuatu passport with limited documentation, which also is a major benefit for them. Investors have visa-free access to more than 120 countries on a Vanuatu passport, which includes UK, EU, Singapore, just to name a few. This program also does not require the investor to travel to Vanuatu for any application purposes. Neither does the investor have to reside in Vanuatu for maintaining their citizenship. Now, coming on to the European residency programs, Shalini, maybe you can discuss this.
Sure. Thank you, Kunal, for that. The European residency programs, I love the Bulgarian program, and I'm going to start with that one because I think it offers a very attractive permanent residency program. So with an investment of about 512,000 euros into shares of listed companies or investment in real estate, it offers the quickest and easiest route to Europe citizenship after permanent residency without undergoing any language tests. So the investors are also eligible for a fast-track citizenship in Bulgaria within 2 years if they double the investment. That means another 512,000 euros, and in 2 years they can obtain a citizenship. There is a finance option available, which Migrate World can organize for you for those who wish to obtain this fast-track Bulgarian citizenship. This is a very popular program. And, the reason it's popular is, of course, because it comes with numerous benefits, Firstly, you get your permanent residency in 3 to 6 months. There is no residency requirement. What that actually means is that there is no need to reside in Bulgaria, or to maintain the permanent residency or to apply for citizenship. You just have to make, I think, about 2 trips to Bulgaria, one for your biometrics and one to get the PR. And what is very interesting is the low tax rate, at 10% flat, whether it's personal or corporate, and the free trade environment within the European Union. It's excellent option for individuals as well as for professionals. The Bulgarian citizenship is also transferable by descent, irrespective of the age of the children. And once the Bulgarian citizenship is received, the investors can live, work, or study anywhere in the European Union. Now, this is very attractive because the fact that you can go to Germany or you can go to France and you can work, study, or your children can study there, you can live there, is, I think, an excellent option here. Of course, the Bulgarian passport gives visa-free access to about 140 countries. So I love this program. I had to start with this first. And can we go on to the next slide? Portugal. Portugal offers a residence permit to the investors with a minimum investment of 350,000 euros in real estate or into a government-approved fund in Portugal. So, the investors can get a residency for the entire family under this. That means that they can include their spouse, their children, and the parents of the spouses in their application. Again, here, the residence permits are approved within 3 to 6 months. And of course, there is visa-free access in the Schengen zone. What is very interesting here is, though, of course, that the process here is that the investors will have to invest first and then apply for the residence permit. And the citizenship comes after 5 years. The Portuguese language test is important, and Portugal requires you to reside for only about 2 weeks in a year to obtain the residency. Can we move on to Greece? I think all of us love Greece, and especially in India. It's a place that all of us want to visit, and staying there would probably be a dream come true. And Greece offers residency, again, at an investment of 250,000 euros into real estate. And over here, too, the investors can get the residence permit for the entire family under one investment. And resident permit comes within 3 to 6 months, and visa-free access across the Schengen area, and residency after 7 years. And the applicant over here, too, has to pass the Greek language test as well. Can we move on to Turkey now? Another beautiful country. The next program is, of course, the Turkish residency program, citizenship program. And Turkey offers a direct citizenship program to investors with a minimum investment of 250,000 US dollars into real estate, again, in Turkey. So the investors can receive their citizenship and Turkish passports within 6 to 9 months. The Turkish citizenship is also transferable by descent. And there are no living requirements in Turkey in order to maintain the citizenship. The Turkish passport holders are allowed to travel to more than 110 countries visa-free. No language test to be eligible for the Turkish citizenship. So after having gone through these European ones, I think now you understand why Bulgaria is my best. It gives you so many options and freedom, right? So with this, Kunal, can I request you to take us through the US and the PNP programs?
Sure. Thank you. So moving on to USA, the land of opportunities. So everybody wants to migrate to the USA. So we at Migrate World facilitate the EB5 program, under which the investors get a direct green card for themselves and their family, which includes their spouse, the children below the age of 21. Under the EB5 program, the investors are required to invest 900,000 US dollars into government approved projects within the targeted employment area. Now, this program has no age restrictions and does not require any business experience. Also, there are no language or educational requirements to be eligible for the program. Under this program, the investors can choose to reside anywhere in the USA. Since they have no state restrictions, this point makes this program the most preferred option for the investors to live in the USA. Migrate World has been facilitating investments in projects which have a great track record of returning back the principal investment amount after 6 to 7 years in the past. So, due to the increased investment amount for EB5 and longer waiting periods, investors have now started favoring the E2 visa program in order to enter the US and live in the US. So what is E2? E2 is basically a treaty of the US government with few countries under which the citizens of the treaty countries are allowed to live in the US along with their family, provided that they do some business in the US. Now, Grenada, which is a Caribbean island nation, is an E2 treaty country where the investors can get a citizenship straight away by investment. After obtaining the citizenship of Grenada, the investor then becomes eligible for the E2 visa. The applicant needs to invest in a business in the US and manage the business under the E2 visa. Migrate World offers such franchisee business opportunities in the US for E2 application. The E2 visa, however, is a non-immigrant visa. So being a non-immigrant visa, it does come with a validity. An E2 visa is valid for 2 years only. However, there are no restriction to the number of extensions of an E2 visa. E2 visa route currently is an economical route to enter the USA in a short span of time. So now coming on to the most preferred destination for immigrants, Canada. Canada offers various immigration programs. Some may be at the provincial level and some are at the federal level. Migrate World offers 3 provincial programs for New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, and Prince Edward Island. Under the provincial programs, investors or applicants have to invest in a business and go there and manage the business in order to obtain the residence permits. Under the provincial programs, the applicants obtain a work permit initially for 2 years, which is then converted into a PR, provided that they meet the conditions of the performance agreements. The applicants have to reside in that particular province only until they are issued their permanent residency. The investments and the processing time varies from province to province under these provincial nominee programs. New Brunswick is one such province that offers a provincial nominee program. Now, New Brunswick offers a program under which the applicant has to invest minimum of 250,000 Canadian dollars into a business, plus they also have to deposit 100,000 US dollars, Canadian dollars, with the New Brunswick government. New Brunswick is a province which offers a direct PR program. In order to be eligible for this program, the applicants have to demonstrate a net worth of 600,000 Canadian dollars. Second, apart from that, they need to have at least 3 years of business experience in the last 5 years or 5 years of senior management experience. They also have an option of either starting up a new business or investing in an existing business under this program. Though New Brunswick offers a direct PR program, they have to operate the business for 2 years and live in the province to be eligible for the refund of deposit. The entire process for New Brunswick provincial program is approximately of 24 to 28 months. The process includes selection of an eligible business in New Brunswick, preparation of the business plan, submission of the file, due diligence by the government, immigration interviews, and finally the approval is received to the applicant. Coming on to the next province, we have Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia offers a program under which the applicant has to invest minimum of 150,000 Canadian dollars into a business. Apart from this, they need to have at least 3 years of business experience out of the last 5 years or 5 years of senior management experience. They also have to demonstrate a net worth of 600,000 Canadian dollars. Under this program also, they have an option of either starting up a new business or purchase an existing business. Under the Nova Scotia Entrepreneur Program, the applicant receives a work permit initially, which can be converted into a PR after the applicant lives and manages the business in Nova Scotia for a year. The entire process for Nova Scotia Entrepreneur Program is approximately of 20 to 24 months. The process includes selection of an eligible business in Nova Scotia, preparation of business plan, submission of the file, due diligence by the government, immigration interviews, and then they finally receive their work permit approvals. The third province that we have is Prince Edward Island. The Prince Edward Island program is quite similar to that of Nova Scotia, as the investment requirement here is also the same, which is 150,000 Canadian dollars. The net worth requirement remains the same, which is 600,000 Canadian dollars. Business experience is also required, which is of 3 years, or senior management experience of 5 years. The only difference here is that the processing time here is 12 to 18 months. Under this program also, the applicant receives a work permit and has to reside in Prince Edward Island and manage the business for at least a year before applying for the permanent residency. Now, moving on to the most convenient option for obtaining a Canadian PR. Shalini, could you please take over?
Yes, thank you, Kunal. You always give me the best parts. Now, moving on to the most, like Kunal said, the most direct route for obtaining a Canadian permanent residency. This program is known as a startup visa program, and Migrate World offers a startup visa program under the angel investor category. This program is one of the fastest programs to obtain a direct permanent residency in Canada. And under this program, you can reside anywhere in Canada except the Quebec province. That means that there is nothing that is restricted to you, which normally happens under the provincial nominee program. And this program is hassle-free, especially with Migrate World, and involves less documentation. So to be eligible for this startup visa program, you must have a qualifying business. That means the program requires you to come up with an innovative idea. And a qualifying business means you create a business at the time you get a commitment from the angel investor. That means you should have created the business at the time of the commitment by the angel investor, right? And in this, each applicant holds 10% or more of the voting rights attached to all shares of the corporation at the time. Moreover, at the time you receive your permanent residence, you must be an active part of this business from within Canada, and the business obviously has to be incorporated in Canada. Along with this, you need to get a letter of support from the designated organization, that is the angel investor. You must meet the language requirements. That means the minimum level of the Canadian language benchmark is 5 in either English or French. And this must be in all of the 4 areas, that is speaking, reading, listening, and writing. Yeah. Of course, you must bring enough money to settle down, you know. While the government of Canada does not give financial support to new startup visa immigrants, when you apply, you'll need to give proof that you have the money to support yourself and your dependents after you arrive in Canada. Of course, the amount you need depends on the size of your family. Yeah. So the program requires, as I had mentioned, the program requires you to come up with an innovative idea. And while we understand that it's difficult to know if these ideas exist, and whether they've already been taken up, would it be okay to do a startup based on this, or would you be wasting your time and would have to go back to the drawing board again? We at Migrate World have a specialist team that works with the angel investor to set up the right projects so that you don't waste time, and you can come to us with ease of mind and everything is set for you. Right? Unlike what happens is that we've streamlined the whole process and everything has been done on your behalf for a set fee of 200,000 Canadian dollars. This involves the innovative idea, the approvals, the angel investors, the lawyers, your investment in the company, and the whole PR process of getting you your the whole federal process of getting you your PR. So of course, the applicant will have to demonstrate 3 years of business or managerial experience. And unlike the provincial programs, the applicants need not go through the cumbersome process of preparing a business plan, getting it approved, undergoing immigration interviews, etc. The applicant receives the PR within about 18 to 20 months under this program. So for want of another word, I'll say it's a hassle-free and straightforward program with limited documentation, and one of the fastest Canadian permanent residency programs. When you land in Canada, you land as a permanent resident, eligible for all the eligible for everything that a PR, a permanent resident of Canada, is eligible for. So with this, maybe we can now move on to the questions and answers. I see we've got a lot of questions here. We've got a very active participation today. So Mo, can we get you in here?
Of course. Good morning, everybody, and thank you guys for the wonderful presentation.
Thank you. Thank you. And our first question here is, of course, based on our Canadian Startup Visa program. And I wasn't expecting it to be any different. But what the question is, what are the key differences between provincial nominee programs versus the Startup Visa program? And this question is from Nupur, who lives in Baroda.
All right. So the difference is every province in Canada has the opportunity to have their own program to boost their own economy as a province. So that's why you see many programs like the ones we have here presented from Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island. The SUV program is more of a federal approach. It's to boost the economy into innovative ideas, mostly in technology and IT, related to a lot of industries. So it's an incentive by the government of Canada to boost that, to bring outside talent and experience into the country. Now, the actual difference in the processing, like Kunal mentioned in his presentation, there's a lot more steps in the PNP programs for you to obtain the residency, the permanent residency, where the SUV program is mostly based on the designator to give you a letter of support as long as the idea and you as an individual, as a background matches perfectly. Then the permanent residency process is just really on the federal stage where the medical and security checks are done by the Canadian government. So that's basically the difference between them. I hope I answered the question. If you have any follow-ups, please feel free to write it up.
Thank you, Mo. So Nupur, in case you need to reach out to us, do reach out to us. We have shared our email IDs, and I think we would have your telephone number too. So do reach out to us. And the next question is again based on the startup visa more. It says, how long does it take to get a permanent residency in the startup visa program? And a follow-up to this is the net worth mandatory for the Canadian PR? And this question is from Shikha, based in Delhi.
Okay, hi Shikha. So to answer the question on the processing time, so the processing time takes anywhere between a year to a year and a half. Of course, every applicant is different, every situation is different depending on the background checks that take place. Now, as a regular process, the letter of support and business matching takes anywhere between 2 to 4 months. And then the remaining, after a letter of support is issued, is the federal stage of the application, which is with the federal government of Canada, which conducts the security checks. So that could be anywhere between 6 months, 9 months, sometimes a year. So that's where nobody really has any control over that. That all depends on what comes back in these checks or how fast these checks come back. The net worth requirement is not a requirement for the program. It's a requirement that we have put in place just to be certain that the individuals that will be coming into this program have the experience, have the net worth. This shows us that the individual is a successful individual that's going to be somebody that will thrive in Canada, that will not be a burden on the Canadian system, that will go to Canada and make the place better than it already is and live the life that they want to live without having to use the welfare system or benefits that the government offers to individuals that cannot support themselves. So we would like to make sure that our clients are capable of maintaining themselves at least for the first couple of years before establishing themselves. It's a new country that you're entering. You've got a lot to learn, regardless of what you know, regardless of the internet today and how attached we are. It's still on ground is always different, and integrating it takes a little bit of time.
Thank you, Mo. Shikha, follow-up questions can be done with us directly. Thank you. Mo, the next question is on the Bulgarian passport. And the question is, can I live in Germany after getting the Bulgarian passport? This is from Shekhar in Bangalore.
Yes, Shekhar, you can. As a European Union member, you can live in any European country. How the process, when you become a citizen of a European country, you can live in any European country. The process is every country has its own procedure. So you apply for a permit, some don't require permits, so you just have to check in the destination that you want to go live in, what the specific permits that you need for you to reside there. But short answer is yes.
Lovely. I did mention that, I think, when I was giving my little brief on Bulgaria. Yeah. And Shekhar would be very happy to get in touch with you after this and explain you the Bulgarian process. Thank you. The next question, Mo, is from Neha in Hyderabad. She says, can I work or do business in Vancouver after getting the PR under the startup visa?
Very good question. The answer is yes. So you can, once you become a permanent resident of Canada, you're free to start your own business, find a job. You can do whatever it is that you want, aside the business of the startup that's happening. So your involvement in the startup can be as much as you want to put in. You have to be involved. You are a shareholder into the startup, and you will be attending meetings, monthly meetings, and your involvement can be as detailed as you want it to be, or if you want to pursue another career or education, if you want to upgrade your education or qualifications, you can do that as well once you become a permanent resident. So just to clarify something, once you are a permanent resident, what happens with the business is not related anymore to your permanent residency. The government of Canada understands that businesses can thrive or can fail. So they don't tie that success or failure to the permanent residency once you are already in Canada and hold permanent residency.
Yeah, thank you, Mo. Thank you, Neha, for your question. Do get in touch with us for the startup visa. We would love to reach out to you and explain the whole process. Well, there's a very interesting question that has come from Prem Syal. He's asking that I was a permanent resident of Canada 10 years back, but could not renew due to lack of days. And will reapplying again cast any shadow?
So this question is needs a bit of a private conversation. There's a lot of questions that would need to be asked. We would need to have one of our in-house lawyers with us in the call, but just to give you a bit of an understanding, if you did not qualify for the renewal of your PR and you have forfeited your PR and have not applied for a renewal, then it does not affect you whatsoever. But from experience and things that we hear, if you have decided to apply and you know intentionally that you have not fulfilled this requirement, then yes, this could be a problem through the process, depending on how far Immigration Canada has taken your case. Because that becomes misrepresentation in short.
Right. Thank you, Mo. I think it'd be a good idea, if you reach out to us and we can maybe get more information from you and take this forward. That would be good. And there is one more question. Sorry, I couldn't read that. Okay, I can't read the last question. Maybe it needs to be given again. I know it's based on healthcare. Kevin, could you just look into this question and see? There is a question that's come in. I'm unable to read it. Something to do with healthcare. In the meantime, the next question is from Jugal from DVS from south of India. I think he's based out of Bangalore. He says, tell me something about yourself and your venture. What type of services do you provide?
Okay, I think we've touched on this on our presentation, but I'll just give you a bit of a briefing on what Migrate World is all about. So we are specialized in citizenship and residency by investment programs. So we offer government-approved programs in multiple countries around the world, in our multiple offices around the world. We cater to high net worth, ultra high net worth executives, family businesses, people that are looking for a plan B, that are looking for a security plan, either for themselves, their kids, their businesses. That's what we basically do. We tailor a solution for each individual depending on their needs and what they want. Other services that we offer that always brushes shoulders with us in our industry and that we have in-house is company formations, real estate purchases and management globally. We also do family office services as well. That's just to name a few things. Our relationship with our clients start when we finish their process. That's when the trust is basically has been proven. and then they come back to us for everything else. So it's an ongoing relationship. It's an ongoing relationship that we wish to have with you as well as business partners. They can feel confident for you to come back to us for your clients' needs and whatever it is they need. Even questions, even things that we don't do, we'll be happy to answer within our knowledge and experience.
Thank you, Mo. Jugal, let's connect, and maybe we can tell you some more about ourselves. Any other questions that you may have? I've got the healthcare question now, Mo. It's asked Mr. Parshav Jain, again from Bangalore, is asking us whether healthcare and education remains free for the investor. And I presume he's talking about the Canadian PR.
All right. So once you become a Canadian permanent resident, you have every right that a Canadian citizen has, except for voting. This is the only thing that you cannot do as a permanent resident until you become a citizen. So once you're a resident there, yes, you benefit from your healthcare system, your social insurance system, education for your children up to high school. And then in universities, they can always apply for government student loans or banking student loans, interest-free until they are graduated and working. The only way that you forfeit those benefits is if you reside outside of Canada for more than 6 months. So if you become a permanent resident today, you take your permanent residency and then you go back to India, for example, and you stay outside Canada for 6 months. Like any country around the world, the residency requirement is mostly 6 months for you to be inside the country and not to be outside the country for more than 6 months. So the same thing falls into Canada. So these benefits forfeit if that happens.
Thank you for the question, for the answer, Mo. The next question is from Rakesh Porla, and he's asking that please advise if spouse of the investor is Indian government or state government employee, how different will the processing be?
There's no difference whatsoever. These are called politically exposed persons. The checks would probably be a bit more on these individuals, but it does not affect the process. As long as it's a reputable person that has no bad reputation or any prosecutions against them, then they should not have any problem. There's no prejudice against government employees when you're applying for any of the immigration programs that we have.
The next question, Mo, is from Ravi Kumar. He's asking that if a person has overstayed in the US and has returned to India a short while ago, will he be entitled to apply for the investor's category visa in Canada?
So that's a tough question to answer as well without having all the details. I think it would be best for you to reach out for us to be able to answer that question for you. There's a lot of details or a lot of questions that we would need to ask for us to be able to give you a certain answer on that.
So do reach out to us, Ravi, and maybe we can take more information and then get you clarify your answers for you. More to go back to that healthcare question, Parshav has again written to us saying that it's not only for Canada, but for other countries as well, like Bulgaria, Portugal, etc. And the question was that whether healthcare and education remains free for the investor.
The education, so for Portugal, you're a permanent resident, so there's no, you don't get any health or school benefits. Same thing with Bulgaria. It's once you become a citizen, then there's certain programs and certain benefits that you can go into, but you're required to actually have health insurance. So it's part of your package is for you to have health insurance once you apply for these programs.
Thank you, Mo Parshav. I hope that answers your question. The next question is from Ranjit. He says, does any visa rejection in the US impact the Canadian PR application?
It depends on the visa refusal and what the refusal grounds are. But the Canadian and American borders share information. So it would have to be declared in your application. And the letter of refusal, if you have it, would have to be included in with your application to show what the reason of refusal is. If the reason is something that's related to nothing security related, then it should not be a problem. But if it is security related, then yes, for sure, it would be a problem. If it's a deportation order, also from the US, would be a problem as well.
Thank you for that, Mo. And we're coming to the last question now. The question is, again, from Jugal, from DVS. Can you throw some light on citizenship by investment and what exactly is residency by investment?
Sure, very good question. We'll end it with that. It'll be a very good ending thing for everybody to understand. So we'll start with citizenship by investment. So citizenship by investment, what it means is you're basically either investing into a real estate or investing into the country. When I say investing into the country, that means you're donating an amount into a government approved fund in, let's say we're talking about the Caribbean, for example. St. Kitts has many funds that they have sustainable growth fund, SIDF funds that you can deposit your money to as a donation, and in return, the government will grant you citizenship and passport. Okay, so many countries do the same. Countries in the Caribbean, Vanuatu as well, all the way on the other side. That's mostly how they do it. They do have other options in you purchasing real estate and obtaining your citizenship. But it's not just only you buying a property. You still have to pay government fees as well in the application. So it's a much higher ticket sometimes, but it's worth it depending on the returns and depending on what you're looking for as an individual. Residency by investment is basically the same thing. It's an investment that you're putting into the country. When we talk about real estate, you're indirectly boosting the economy as much as you doing a donation. You're doing the same thing. So residency by investment is also investments that you do mostly are in real estate in the programs that we have in residency in Europe. When we talk about Canada, obviously it's the PNP programs. You're investing into businesses. In the SUB program, you invest in your experience and your knowledge into the market. This is what by investment means in short. I hope that clarifies a little bit of what it is. The most important thing to know and understand that is that all these programs are all government approved, they're all constitutional programs, which is very important. Now that you have a bit of knowledge about this industry, you will pay attention to other things or other programs that pop up that are not really programs. They could be individuals trying to make a quick buck by selling something that is not official. So it's always best to check, it's always best to do our due diligence to make sure that these programs are constitutional and are government approved. And that's what Migrate World would offer and do and guarantee for its business partners and clients as well.
Mo, can we take one or two more questions that have come
Sure.
in? I knew
Of
that was the
course.
last one, but a few have just come in, so I thought I'd
No problem.
take advantage of you, of your presence here. So Deepak Sharma asks that after obtaining the citizenship in Canada, is one entitled for retirement benefits, etc., like monthly government, anything that the government gives or does?
So that's not really, a question that we can go into detail in answering, but I can tell you that yes, there is a pension plan in Canada. So this pension plan depends on how much you contributed into this pension plan throughout your lifespan and residency in Canada. So if you work in a company, for example, your pay would be deducted into pension and other tax benefits as well in the country. If you're a business owner and you pay yourself a salary, same thing would happen. So that calculation there would give you what your benefits would be when you hit the retirement age and apply for your Canadian pension plan. But that's again a question that an accountant would be best to ask. We're not experts in accounting, but we just give you a bit of a briefing.
Thank you, Mo. The last question, and I hope this is the last one, by Sanjana Agarwal. She says, are we issued a work permit and then a PR in the startup visa? And do we need to visit Canada before we get the PR?
So for the startup visa, you don't need to visit Canada beforehand. Everything is done virtually. You can apply for a work permit after you get your letter of support. So once you have your letter of support, and then the business becomes, or the business starts to open up, the registrations and everything, because the business has to be incorporated in Canada. You could apply for a work permit and come earlier to Canada and wait for your permanent residency within Canada. As long as the business is active and the angel investor agrees to this, then yes.
Thank you, Mo. That ends our session on the questions. I just wanted to once again thank everyone and also let them know that the best way to reach out to us is use our first names and at migrateworld.com. So for me, it's Shalini, Shalini at migrateworld.com. Kunal is based out of Mumbai, Kunal at migrateworld.com. Vartika is based out of Chennai, so Vartika at migrateworld.com. And Sunil is also here in New Delhi. So Sunil at migrateworld.com. We'll just show a screen right now showing you our contact details. Please do get in touch with us. I'm sure there are lots more questions that are going to come up. And thank you, Mo. Thank you, Kunal. And thank you all for being here. Have a good day.
You,
bye.
Thank you, Kunal, and thank you all for attending. Have a great day.